It's always easy until it's not, right? All right. Welcome, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. If you're watching this back as a replay, thank you very much. We appreciate it. As you can see, we're here with our stellar crew. We got Terry from Terry Knives and Man Stuff. We got Tom from Knife Delights. We have Jonathan from Pens and Pen Blades. And we have Harold from HTZDC.
Howdy, howdy.
All right, guys. Fantastic. So I trust everyone had a good Independence Day.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Good. Well, here's where I'm going to go on my rant. I may lose subscribers over this, but as a dog owner, I got to tell you, not a fan of fireworks. And it's called Independence Day, not Independence Week. And so for all you guys that are still doing the big boomers, like 3 days before and 6 days after, knock it off. I don't need fireworks to show that I love my country. I'll tell you what, man, it's one of my gripes. But that's part of being a pet owner.
Tell us how you really feel.
I will.
Don't hold back. Don't hold back, RJ.
I won't hold back. See, look, I got an American flag on my coffee cup. I'm USA all the way.
I know back when I was a cop, I dreaded 4th of July because that night I was just flooded with calls.
Oh, I'll bet.
The thing is a lot of times they were being set off outside of the city limits out in the county. But they'd call and complain to me. I said, I can't do anything about somebody out in the county. You got to call the sheriff's office. So,
right.
Then they'd get upset because the deputies wouldn't do anything, but there was nothing they could do, So it was always a mess.
It's just one of them things.
Yeah.
Rant mode is off. So back to your regularly scheduled program. All right. And if I did offend anybody, leave it in the comment section of this video. I'll let Terry answer all of those.
Right on.
Just kidding. Well, today I thought we would talk about a knife that we don't always show because we do focus a lot on. Thanks, Tom. Oh boy. Anyways, we don't always talk about lockbacks. We do talk a lot about slip joints on this channel and on our live streams, which is good. We all love slip joints and stuff really well. In fact, I pretty much don't carry anything but a slip joint anymore. I have some the lockbacks that I have, I collect. I don't really carry them that much anymore. Which is not to say anything bad about them. I just have kind of changed. I know Harold's unsubscribing right now. I know it. Well, go ahead, HT. What do you usually carry? Let's start that. Let's see what everybody's kind of carrying on the panel. What do you usually carry? What's your usual loadout?
Oh man, it just depends on the season. You caught me right now carrying a slip joint. So so I guess I'm hypocritical, but today it's just the little rig canoe in my pocket today. But if I have on a belted garment, whether it be shorts or pants, I'm probably going to have a slip joint in my pocket. Probably that little magnetic slip I always carry. And 9 times out of 10, I'm going to have a lockback on my hip. So, but now if I'm in basketball shorts like I am today, just kind of grunging around the house, I'll just toss a slip joint in the pocket. But I carry lockers a lot, a lot.
And what about you, Jonathan? What do you usually carry?
Mainly slip joints. And right now I do have a slip joint in my pocket in a sanctified leather slip. It's the Kershaw Culpeper.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And I'm carrying this. Oh, go ahead. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm carrying a slip joint today because I had all my lockbacks set out for the show.
Sounds good. What about you, Terry?
I carry a knife on my hip every day. Now, 9.9 times out of 10, it is a lockback, but I do have other knives that I carry on my hip, like a full-size sodbuster or a folding hunter that don't lock. But 99% of the time, it is a locking knife. And I got to, because of my job, the knife that I use the most is on my hip for cutting straps and cutting seals off of trailers. And today's carry on the hip, because it's Sunday, it's not what I carry to work, is the Case Mako. This is a 1989 model right here. I know HT, he'll get a little excited about these. He likes these. This is a beauty right here. I love these knives. They're very nice, very useful. And I've always got some type of slip joint. Today, I'm carrying the 6318 Case pocket worn red bone. I have two of these, one in the collection and one for carry. Just a Jim Dandy little pocket knife.
Yes, sir.
Well, James Stork has joined the chat. So everybody wish him well. Keep him in your prayers. He's having some health issues come down. HT was telling us about it, and I'm glad that you haven't had a cigarette. You need to throw those things away. That's for sure. All right, Tom, what do you usually carry?
Well, I've said it a million times. My Evo Grip 11 is the first knife into my pocket. Just love it. Don't know why. That's it. And I have something new in my pocket today. And the reason I had it is because I just got it. I just did a video on a big old box of knives. It was started by Jesse McJames, the Outlaw Alien. And it was one of those, there was a lot of knives in there, and you take one and you put one in. And I don't know why I was drawn to it, but, it does say Buck on it. And I just don't understand why, someone like me would, want to buy.
The collaboration between Buck and Spyderco, right? Because it's got a hole in the blade.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, it's a cleaver blade. So a cleaver has a hole in it. But it's got the G10 scales, and it is a frame lock. I haven't cut anything with it yet, but pretty gnarly knife here.
That's pretty cool.
Clip. Yep. Oh, it's got a lanyard hole. Look at that. I can see you.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. It's a speed hole. You can see how fast it's going. Look at the swedges as it's going.
Yep.
That's pretty cool. Well, here I am asking you guys what you carry, and I don't even have any knives except what I got laid out for the show. But of course, on my Friday video, you guys saw that pen knife, that little case knife that I've been carrying. Mm-hmm. So that was what I carried this last week, and then I'll have a whole new one. Actually, I started on that Friday carrying one, and I will show that on next Friday's video. I'll keep it a secret because it's a new one that I haven't showed on the show. Jesse McJames is here. Since it's a show about lockbacks, okay. Well, Tom showed a fixed blade, I think. Did you show a fixed blade yet, Tom?
I would like to.
You'd like to? Okay, well, let's go ahead and get that out of the way. As Terry said, those are permanent lockbacks.
These are permanent lockbacks, and I just have to say thank you to everybody. I think you know what knife is coming.
Yes, sir.
Very nice.
Buck 124. This is the knife that was made to commemorate my father's life. Engraved there, Alan E. Shaw, 1930 to 2024. And I ordered this out of the custom shop. It's got the brass guard and the brass pommel there. And I went with ebony wood because one, it's a traditional knife wood that Buck uses. But also, there was some other things that really nice and really fancy. But my dad was a plain man. He wasn't ever flashy, didn't own flashy things, and I just thought this was a good way to commemorate him and represent him. Now, there was all kinds of people out there that helped donate, and I want to thank Byron Kennedy for kind of spearheading the project and gathering the donations up. And for everyone that contributed, thank you so much. This means a lot, not only to me, but my entire family. So thank you. And the hat came with the knife too.
Very nice. That is
Awesome.
a thick spine on that blade too. That is some thick stock.
It is thick.
That's got to be at least a 1/4 inch, right?
Just about at least 1/4 inch, I would say. If not, it's awful close. Just a wonderful knife.
Yeah, very cool.
So thanks, everybody.
You're welcome, Tom. It was
Very
our pleasure.
welcome.
It was our pleasure. All right. There was somebody who asked, I think it was Jesse McJames, said something about there's some red script shield buck knife or something that's a lockback that somebody might have on the panel. I don't know if anybody's ready to show such a thing.
My phone just rang. I'll be right back.
Well, I got something similar to that.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds
I
good.
got something similar to that. I'll show it. This, this is a Parker Cutlery made in Japan, Little Beaver lockback.
Little Beaver.
That ain't right. That ain't the one Jesse was looking for. Wait a minute. Oh, hang on. Maybe we were talking about this one. Maybe we were talking about this one. If for some unforeseen reason that nobody out there understands about this, this is a 2017 exclusive between Buck and SMKW, Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I was blessed to find this in a junk store. If you don't know the story, I found this in a junk store. The lady had $40 on it. It was brand spanking new, and she had $40 on it. And I bought 4 or 5 knives from her. And when I got up to the counter, because I bought 4 knives, she gave me 10% off.
Nice.
So I really don't know what these knives go for or what it's worth. I believe it's probably worth more than $40.
Oh, absolutely.
But to be quite honest with you, it is priceless to me for many different reasons. It's the very first Buck 112 I ever owned. It's the very first Buck 112 I ever had my hands on. And just to be quite honest with you, just the fact that it's so rare, just really excited. I carry this knife. On Saturdays and Sundays, I don't carry it to work, but I carry this knife with that red bone and all. It's just a beautiful knife. And the fact that it just tickles Jesse McJames to death for me to show this to Tom, just priceless. So there you go.
That does make it priceless.
All right, we got it out of the way.
Tom, did that bring a tear to your eye?
Yes. No, all joking aside, I'm very happy for you, Terry. That's a beautiful knife.
It
really is. And I've seen them, I think, in the blue bone on eBay, and they're wanting like $150 or something for it.
Wow.
So yeah, you've got a good one. Good deal.
The only thing that would make it even better is they made this knife in a traditional clip point, and then they also made it in a drop point.
Oh,
and
sure.
What would be my grail? What would be my grail is to find this knife with the red handles with the drop point.
Yep.
If I could do that, that'd be a grail to me to be able to put the two together.
Yep.
That'd be pretty neat. So if anybody happens to find one, let me know. Well, if you find one, just let Tom know. Maybe he hit me out.
Maybe not.
Are you thinking you would get that one yourself, Tom?
I would get it off the market so somebody else couldn't get it. I would buy it just out of spite.
Oh my goodness.
I would trade you this one.
Then I might send it to Jonathan or Harold.
Oh, not to me?
No, you annoy me, remember?
Hang on now. There it is. I got that in my back.
I have been known to like that color and that model. Matter of fact,
That's true.
Hey, Harold, don't say anything. I'm sending Junior down that way to see if he can get it. And on his way back home, he'll make a stop in Arkansas.
woo pig.
Oh.
Well, HT, did you want to? You've been known to have a couple of lockbacks every once in a while.
All right. I'll start off with two from Great Eastern Cutlery here. And this is the 72, and they call this the Cody Scout. And this is what they call Sienna. It's either Sienna or Sierra bone. I forget. One of those two, but it's a real kind of burnt looking bone. Very, very good looking on this one. And it is a backlock. Has the kind of houndstooth, I call it the houndstooth shield on it. And we have a nice clip point, I guess we could call that. We'll call that a clip point blade. Has a nice belly on it. And got the teeners going. But that is the GEC backlock Cody Scout. And I will show one more while I have camera. And this is probably, well, I just got in a GEC on a trade. I was going to say my most recent GEC. This is my most recent new GEC from one of their the 21 drop. And this is actually a lockback. They are doing the 21s now, and they have a backlock on them. And we got some teeners going on that carbon steel blade, and this is a definite drop point blade on that one. And good old HT red on the micarta. It is red canvas micarta, and it is another backlock. Got a little lanyard and bead on here from RDS Wood Turning and Acrylic. Shout out to Bobby if he's on here watching. I hope so. You better be. But the GEC number 21. I'll pass her on.
All right. Yeah, James Stork had a comment there. I didn't know if anybody else has seen that. I don't know. I do have. That was one of the lockbacks I grabbed.
I don't
This
know
is
if I got one of those yet or not.
What is that one? What is it?
the 426. So I have one.
I do too.
From the 80s, and this is the 426. So if it looks like this one with the bucklight, I think this looks a whole lot better than the ones that they had, that they came up with. Now this has the finger grooves. I don't know if they had finger grooves on these, but or on the new ones that James is talking about. But I'm definitely going to check that out after the show. But yeah, since we're showing lockbacks, and it was one I actually had, this way I could show the audience what that was. But I didn't want to steal the camera.
Is he wanting to see a newer one? Is he wanting to see a newer one? Is that what it was?
He said that he asked if anybody else had seen those on Deep South Cutler had these knives that look like that, but they're marked 2024. So I don't know if Bucks decided to go back to this design. I hope they did, because this is much nicer than the other Buck lights that they came out with, in my opinion. All right, driver 38, we'll see you. Okay, so here's a comment. Somebody picked up one of the 422s off of the bay. Oh, there you go. So we'll just have to check those out and see. That will be one we'll have to look for. That's for sure. All right, Jonathan, did you want to go next?
Sure.
Okay.
Since we're on the topic of red lockbacks, I'll show this one. This is the Ontario Wraith in the fire. Let's see if I can get this thumb stud there. We have the blade that has a good amount of belly on it. And then I don't know if you can see the steel there, but I think it is 14116 stainless. And what's cool about this knife is you see how it has, I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but it has those translucent handles. It's not showing up very well on camera, but in real life it looks like it's glowing red. And they also have the green one in the same series.
Oh, nice.
Same kind of blade, thumb studs, everything. So yeah.
Pretty cool.
I can get both of them in shot there. There we go.
Yep, very nice.
Yeah, really like carrying these during the Christmas time because of the green and red colors.
Yeah, Christmas for sure. All right. Well, if you're going to show off some red knives, I'll show off my one red lockback.
Oh.
And it's the case copper lock, and it's got the American flag shield, which I really like a lot. And this is the one they had from Blade Show a while back. So it had the Warncliffe blade, but that really nice. This is the American Workman series, so it has a carbon steel blade on it. Really a great knife. I'm going to have to get more copper locks. I've decided that I need to get a couple more. Don't know if I'll get them this year. Maybe I'll get them next year, but they're definitely on the list to get a few more. And then kind of a unique lockback, and this is the Rough Rider. This is the dogleg canoe, and so your main blade is a locking blade, but then you have a slip joint little spay blade on the other end. So kind of a combo. You get two for the price of one. But a fun little knife, that's for sure. I thought that would fit in well with our group of guys. So this is in the denim micarta, and just a fun little knife, that's for sure.
Hashtag canoe crew.
Absolutely. Absolutely. What about you, Terry? You got something else?
Yeah, I tell you, I just purchased this 6 OTW, and I done an unboxing video last week on this knife, and it has it's done very, very well. I'm telling y'all, this knife I bought at Tractor Supply. I showed it last week. I carried it. This is the China-made version, brand new, and it's got this desert wood. Y'all, I'm telling you, it is just a really fantastic knife. It really works good for my belt carry. I just really, really like it. I mean, it fits me just well. Like I said, I showed it last week. I've done videos on it. But I went ahead and show you this again because this came in the mail this week. And it came, I put a video out unboxing this. our friend RW sent me this as a birthday gift. This is new old stock. It was still in the clown pack. I had to take it out of the clown pack because it was starting to cause problems. And this is a new old stock golden bear that I am just. I mean, Lord, I'm telling you right now, I'm so excited to own this. Uh, it'll be in my top 3 work carries for a long time to come. And I'll carry this one. I won't be scared to carry this one at all. They're just right up there. They're right there with the 110. And to be truthful, I kind of like it a little better than the 110 because I just love the bear head look. I like the way that they're a little thinner. Uh, to me, they just got a little more sex appeal to them, and I just really dig them. And I like the old school one. I love the way it's got the lanyard too, because I like a lanyard. Not no big old long lanyard, but I like a little lanyard that I can choke back on if I need to, pull it out with or whatever. I like that. But I'm just really proud to own them both. But that right there is really special to me.
Yeah, those are cool. Those are cool for sure. All right, Tom, we're back to you.
Okay, well, before I go any further, I want to say thank you so much to Stacy for doing moderating here today. We really do appreciate your help. She's out there highlighting all the different channels, so everyone make sure and check out all these different channels. We got a lot of wonderful knife content on them. My first lockback I'd like to show was probably, well, it was one of my first, what you'd call high dollar purchases, and it was the pride of my collection, probably my most favorite knife, with the exception of those that have been gifted to me, but just on a purchase. And it is this Buck 500 Duke, and it's the Grizzly, one of 250, and this is number 115 out of 250, and that's Sambar Stag.
That's a stunner.
So there's that, the 500 Duke, and it even came with this very expensive, well-built sheath here, belt sheath.
Wow.
That is beautiful, Tom. Good grief.
Nice.
So yeah, this is, like I said, other than the knives that have been gifted to me and like that, this is probably my most special knife in my Buck collection.
I guess so. Beautiful.
Speaking of gifts and keeping in the spirit of recently celebrating Independence Day, I wanted to show this little 525 Buck Lockback. And this was a gift from Jesse McJames, the Alien Outlaw. So thank you, Jesse, once again. Just a beautiful little knife. Nice little gentleman's carry, something to carry to church, or you're getting all duded up and stuff. You don't want a big knife weighing down your pockets. Why, just a wonderful option here.
Very cool. There we go. If I could get this thing to work. But speaking of new channels, there is a new channel. He just came out, I think, just about this week with a great name. It's Make Cutlery Great Again. And so he's only got, I think, he had 30 or 40 subs. So go over there and see him. Give his channel a watch and give him a sub and tell him that we sent you. So that'll be good for him to get some exposure. Let's see what we can get him up to today. That would be pretty good. All right, Harold, you ready?
I am.
All right.
Before I show a knife, got to do a quick shout out, if that's okay, RJ. We got a birthday today, and I hope Brother David, we'll leave it at David A., one of our followers, faithful followers. His wife, Miss Jackie, is having a birthday today. So, Miss Jackie, shout out from the guys on the panel and from HTZDC. That being said, let's show a knife. And the one I want to show first here, Brother Terry, you'll probably like this. This is a Parker. It is a Parker made. This is called their American blade. It is a Japan-made model, but I believe this is some of the Parker. It does say Chattanooga, Tennessee on here on the blade, and on the other side it has AB7 Japan. But cool little kind of almost upswept little clip point blade on here. Of course, I've added a quick stud on here, and well, it actually came with this nice sharpening choil. I didn't have to add that. But what's kind of cool about this one, I had never heard of this handle material. This is called ebonite, and I had to look it up. You guys might say, "Oh, you know, show my ignorance here," but I had never heard of ebonite, and I had to look it up. And it's a rubber. It's a rubber that they kind of have made look like I guess an ebony wood sort of look, a dark wood look, but it is actually rubber, hard rubber. And of course we got brass bolsters on this thing, and it is a back lock, but cool knife, full size knife. And I will show one more this time. How about a good old Shot & Morgan Mountain Man?
Oh, yeah.
With the good old worm groove bone on that. Check that bone out, guys.
That's
nice.
Yeah, they call that, for obvious reasons, look like a worm has tunneled his way through that bone. They call that worm groove. But get this open here for you. Has a nice, I guess we'll still call that a clip point. Clip point blade here has about an inch of jimping, thumb jimping on this. A big full size knife. Has a nice lanyard tube on here. I got a little leather lanyard I put on it. But big honking knife, very stout. And again, it is a back lock. That is the old Shot & Morgan Mountain Man. And
yeah,
I will pass it along.
All right. That made me salivate. In fact, if you ever want to get rid of that one, give me a call first.
Roger that.
All right, Jonathan, are you ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Got a buck right here. This is the, let me look at the number of it. It is the 285, I believe. It's one of their like budget model lockback knives. It's really nice. It has kind of the clip point blade, although it's not really the pronounced clip. I kind of wish they would do the ones they do on their 110 and 112 models, the usual ones. Wish they would do the more pronounced clip on these, but I guess that would save it would save them money doing it like this. But yeah, it's just got the plastic handles with the Buck logo on it, and then Buck on the blade there, and then the model number. So yeah, just a nice little simple lockback knife that works well. The handles, you can kind of feel them squeeze a little bit, so it's not the sturdiest thing in the world, but it's not the most expensive either. Yep, and that's going to do it for me for now. I think I'm going to show the rest of the 3 other knives in next time.
Okay. Yeah, however you want to do it, my friend. All right. So I think we got the shout out there, Sean, for GR Knives and Outdoors. So that should do that. So you guys be sure to go check him out too. So let's take a look here at Buck 110 and one of its one of its competitors. So here is the Buck 110. This is the 50th anniversary model. So these came out in, I think, 2014. And so basically, this was actually my first 110, to tell you the truth. I had 112s before, but I had not had a 110. But, just the classic 110. What else can you say about it? But this one here is the Uncle Henry LB7. So this is the same size as the 110, but you can see a little bit of a difference in the bolsters, a little bit of difference in the blade shape and stuff. So definitely one that is a competitor to Buck. Of course, the Buck 110 is the knife that launched a million, I guess, copies or similar knives, or however you want to say it. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. I think Tom would probably agree with that. But yeah, this one's a little bit lighter, a little bit slimmer, but still you get that nice brass and wood look to it. So you can get this as an old timer or as the Uncle Henry, but this is the Uncle Henry version, and that's the LB7. And basically the difference is just going to be what's on the tang stamp. And I will pass it on to you, Brother Terry.
I would like to add to what Jonathan was showing. He was showing the Bantam 285, and this is the Bantam 286, which is the biggest one of the Bantams. Me personally, I think this is one of the best series of knives, USA made knives that Buck makes. They're affordable. They're USA made. They Tom, I don't know how many different handle designs that they made in these. Probably 4 or 5 different designs. Just excellent. I think they go from a 283 all the way up to a 286. I have a 284 right here. The 284 don't come with a pocket clip on it. It's a pocket dropper. Usually, if I'm just wearing gym shorts and got to run to town, or if I'm cutting grass or something other, this is what I go for. This is an excellent little pocket dropper that will work. I like these because they have the mid lock back on them, and then this one having the mid lock on it like that. Just the lockup on these are just second to none. They're awesome. They lock up really good. I love the hollow grind on them. Just excellent. I think they're excellent knives.
Yep, very good. As you can see, Kaylin has decided to join us. So hey, Kaylin, what's going on?
Got a brief little moment, a little window. I can join the show. But
just a brief moment.
Yeah, I've quickly thrown some knives together. So
right on.
I don't want to jump in. I don't want to jump in somebody's way though. So.
What's going on with this? Did you have to enter a race or something? Or you're a lot more aerodynamic today?
Yeah, glides in the water a lot better, doesn't it? Real quick, Winchester Banana Trapper Lockback form. This is a 1988, and this is part of their black box series. It's got the really cool bow tie shield, or propeller shield, if you will. It is in brown bone, and looks to be like some sort of crow's foot jigging. But really cool lockback. Winchester, Queen made in 1988.
That's
very nice. Oh, thank you. Here is a favorite of mine. This is a vintage hen and rooster in red bone with the crow's foot jigging. This is my grandfather's knife. It is Collagen made. See if I get a pattern on here. We do. 361-BS is what that one is. And excellent snap on this one. Very smooth. Love to show this one off every time. Got a couple of copper locks. Don't have too many lockbacks, unfortunately, but here's a chestnut bone. This one is from, I believe it's 1998, it looks like. Got 2 dots there. Stainless steel. Chestnut bone. Got another one. This is a 1998 for sure. This is a Case Select red bone. Upper lock. A little bit lighter there on the back. Beautiful front, in my opinion. Beautiful, beautiful knife. Case Select. Upper lock. And red bone. I'll save that one for last. Here's a vintage Parker Brothers made in Japan. This is a beautiful red Stag. This is K250 on the pattern number for that one.
Those are some nice covers. Really nice.
Brass bolsters and caps. Here's Craftsman there on the blade. 95148. Not sure what the number stands for, but we all know Sears Craftsman is. Here's a blue Stag, Parker Edwards. This one was made in the United States, Jacksonville, Alabama. And that is Damascus blade there.
Very nice.
Blue Stag. Got to show that off. And these appear to be nickel silver filters on this one. And last but not least, before I jump off here, thanks for letting me jump on, by the way.
Of course.
Most recent purchase. This is a 2020 Tony Bose Lanny's clip, and this version came in the lockback. The original one was just a slip joint, and the 2020 version was a lockback. And that is chestnut bone, and Case USA, and T-Bose. And then on the back you have TB612020, and it's in 154 cm steel. And the best lockback you'll ever hear. But mega snap, beautiful knife.
Very cool.
Thanks a lot, everybody. I have to go, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thanks for coming on, Kaylin. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Good to see everybody, and I will see y'all next time.
Sounds good. Oh, looks like Miss Tammy's on here.
Time to go.
Hello, everyone. Oh, Kaylin, please don't go. Oh, you make my little heart go pitter-patter. I just wanted to say sorry to Byron that last weekend we didn't get together and split any slices. Knife Delights wouldn't let me come along. I'm sorry. But RJ, that pens and pen blades, woo! Hubba, hubba. Woo.
Oh my! he gets worse every week, I tell you.
Well, on that note, everyone have a blessed Sunday, and see y'all next time.
All right, we'll see you, Kaylin.
See you, buddy.
Let's see here. I think Harold is ready to join us again. Let me see if I can get my computer to work. There we go.
All
Now we
right.
got the
There he
full.
is.
Yep, I did. All right, Harold, we'll bring you up here.
All right. I had some audio problems, by the way. That's why I hopped out and came back in.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
And we got an otter messer here. I got a couple of Stag knives. You guys know my affinity for the Stag. Get up here and give y'all a good look at it. This is a large, I have to get back here, large lockback, big drop point or Skinner blade, ever what you want to call it, but it's definitely a drop point. Check that out. Carbon steel. We have one upper brass bolster, and we have some brass liners on it. And we have a nice kind of contoured, I don't call that exactly a Coke bottle. I forget exactly what shape they call that, where it kind of comes out in the middle and then tapers back in, but very, very, very comfortable. Like I said, carbon steel. This is a German-made otter messer. Has a little otter logo right here, Germany. But this is just a brute. Look how thick. Look how thick that Stag is. One of my absolute favorite brawny, good-looking knives. And that is my bruiser Stag. And we will show a little smaller guy here. This is an Italian made. See if I can do this on camera. There we go. This is a lion steel, and this is called the Opera. Take a look at that Stag on that guy. And it is a mid-lock. Little leather lanyard that came on here actually. Like I said, a mid-lock, and we have I'll argue with you guys, but I'm gonna call that a spear point with a high hollow grind on it. But you may say that's a drop point, kind of like a drop point and a spear point had a baby, but I'm going spear point myself. But this is by Lion Steel out of Italy, and like I said, a little, probably about a 3 3/4. Do I have my? Of course, I don't have my tape measure right here handy, but I would say it's about 3 3/4 closed. Just a good size little lockback. And go ahead. I'll send it on.
Okay. Yeah, those all look fantastic, Harold. And I agree with you. That's a spear point to me. So I'm going to go with you on that. All right. Well, Dan, let me show you a couple more buck knives. How's that? Here's a knife that I think doesn't get as much press as it should, and this is the Spitfire from Buck. This is the 722, so it's the full size. Nice midlock, got a nice pocket clip on it, and slightly recurved blade, but definitely a nice slim knife. One of the things I like is they all had the spacer that's an alternate color, so you can get these in silver, green, orange. Were there any other colors, Tom? You remember?
I can't remember. I know I have the same one you have, and then the mini Spitfire I have the green. Right.
Yeah. So these are really cool knives, and my wife actually liked this one because the lock on it is not too hard for her to operate with her hands. But then another great one. Thank you, Kirby Creek Outfit sent this 112 Sport Pro to me, and this is just the 112. If you're only going to get one, I mean, this is hard to beat for just a fantastic everyday user knife. I love this S30V on the blade, the aluminum bolsters that have been anodized, the micarta inserts there. Just a fantastic knife, and the king of my 112 collection, that's for sure. So this is still quite a fun knife, and one that I'm very happy to have. All righty, and we'll move on from there. You ready, Terry?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You know, when you show that 112, that really turned me on there. And of course, I got the 112 that I have, and I was really wanting another 112 for dainty carry. And I was looking and all, and on my looking, I got gifted. Sean from Watch City Knives sent me a package and gifted me this, and this is made by Hard Hat Knives. What the company is Hard Hat Knives. Look them up. They're an awesome company. This actual knife was actually made by Bear & Son, the USA made knife, Bear & Son in Jacksonville, Alabama. And I actually done a video on this showing these two knives. It is absolutely amazing, these two knives. Now the difference is on the 112 it's got flat handle scale, and the hard hat Bear & Son has the swell center wooden handle scales on it. And y'all, I'm telling you, I carried this knife for a whole week when I first got it, and the only reason I hadn't carried it the last few days is because I got the golden bear. But this is in my work carry. I carry this. I mean, it actually feels better in the hand to me
Easy.
than my 112.
Harold's about to sign off right now.
You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, Harold, because you got the one that's got the Stag. Me and you has got them grown folk hands. And the feel of that is just amazing to me. I mean, I dig it, and I give it a jam up and jelly tie.
I like it.
All the way. It's excellent. Absolutely excellent. I mean, it's awesome. The clip on the hard hat knives is actually a little more of I like to call it kind of like a buoy style clip.
Right.
A little bit more sweep to it than the 112 does. But they are so much alike that it's not even funny. And believe it or not, the wood knife is actually slightly lighter than the one with the bone. No, I'm not going to give up on my red handle 112. I'm just telling you that this one right here makes for an excellent work carry. Excellent. So
I'm going to get more tea, RJ.
You're right, Mikey.
What do you say?
It's a buck with love handles.
Kind of like me, Mikey. Kind of like me.
I was going to say that could describe most of us on this panel.
Absolutely. 10,000 comedians out of work, and Mikey has to come on.
Yeah, I'm telling you. The economy's tough. Oh, my goodness. All right, we got Tom back. So what you got for us there, Mr. Tom?
Well, I don't know. I stepped out to get a drink of water. I come back in, and I've been kicked off the program. I didn't know what was going on.
You were gone at a good time.
Thanks for letting me back on anyway.
Sure.
So I did the 500 Duke first, so we'll drop down one size to the 501. And this is the 501 Squire with rosewood diamond wood. A nice lockback knife. I have a brother that carries this knife because it does come with a belt pouch. And he finds it to be a very nice size. It's big enough to get the chores done he needs done, but it's not too big and cumbersome and heavy. So he loves his 501.
What is the close length of that?
What's that?
What is the close length of that knife, that 501?
Oh, hang on just a second here. We've got...
And they no longer make that knife, right?
The 501, they should still be making it.
Okay.
Looks like it's 3 7/8, just shy of 4 inches.
Okay.
I think they still make the 501.
USA made?
Oh yeah. Oh
Okay.
yeah. You bet.
I'll have to look into that. That's a good carry size.
It is. Like I said, I got one of my brothers carries it every day. Pretty much an everyday carry for him. And then we'll go back to another smaller lockback. And this is the 527. Yeah, the 527 Treasury. And I happen to have the box for this one. This one has not been in production for many years. The Treasury. And it also came with this little velvet knife slip. But it's, again, another little fantastic pocket dropper. You know, going to church knife. Or again, if you're working in an office or something like that, and you can't have a big old 110 hanging on. If you're in a suit, but you need a little knife to have on you, why, this is a nice little knife here. And this is, and I can't replicate it real good. This has got one of the nicest walk and talks. This thing is just so smooth, it's unreal. Just unreal.
Very classy.
It is one of my favorite little buck lockbacks right there.
All righty. Okay, are you ready, Jonathan?
Yep. So I have 3 lockback knives here that were my grandpa's.
Oh, nice.
This one right here, I don't know if you can see it, but it's by a company or maker, I don't know, but it's David. It's not showing up on camera, but oh, hang on. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble reading that. It's by David Rosh. I'm going to just spell this out because I don't know if I can pronounce it, but it's Rostfrei. It's made in Italian. It has
that just means stainless.
Oh, okay. So that's just the steel. But it has the Maniago stamp down there. And it has the, I forget what this material is called, but I know, like, doesn't Frost use something kind of like this? The wood-like handle material?
Or whatever.
What?
Like a good laminate, possibly.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I got this kind of, I don't know if you call that a drop point or a clip point. It reminds me of a Spyderco blade. And then you also have serrations on it. So it's a half serrated, half plain.
This looks like a Spyderco dragonfly.
It does, yeah. One that's just like, in the curve of the handle just fits really nice along with that little notch there. Fits really nicely in the hands. And if I can get this to go the right way, I don't know, but yeah, it does. It is actually very similar to a Spyderco. Then I also have a just a Gerber here. It's one of the made in the USA ones. If I can get the Tang stamp to show up, maybe not. But it says Portland, Oregon, 97223 USA. Yeah, just a nice lockback, nice lightweight and slim. Then one more, I have this is a Puma made in Germany. It's about a 501 size, about 501 size. It's got the plastic handles with the texture on them. And this one actually came with a sheath as well.
Nice. Good looking blade.
Yep. Yeah.
All right. And if you guys didn't see that, Marvin said that Chicago Knife Works has the Buck 501 on sale right now for $58.
Ooh.
So if you guys are looking for one to add to your collection, you might want to grab one of those, especially when they're on sale. All right, Harold, you ready?
All right. Sure. Well, got to throw something on here for Independence Day kind of theme. And this is a knife that was actually a throw-in knife from a good buddy of mine, David, up in North Carolina. Shout out to you. we did a horse trade, and this is actually one that he just slipped in on me. And this is a Bear and Son, and this is called the Kodiak. I don't know if that's coming through there. That shield says Kodiak, and it is and the etching's just about gone on here. I don't know if that's coming through, but it says Old Glory, has a American flag waving here on this. But what it is, this is an old swing guard. If you guys are case fans, know the cheetah or the swing guard. This is Bear and Sons swing guard, the Kodiak, and we have some red, white, and blue going on here on these covers. Not exactly sure if that. I think that is some kind of celluloid or a synthetic, like an acrylic handle on those. But anyway, thought I'd show a little red, white, and blue. And of course, it is a mid-lock right here. But that is the Bear and Son Kodiak. And I will show one more. This is a cherry to my collection that I just picked up. I did a video on this about, I don't know, 4 or 5 days ago. This is a Boker. And this is the Boker. I guess they're going to call this the 201. It's right down here. But the blade is Boker Tree Classic. Has that frosted etch on this clip point blade. And we have some wood, dark wood, nice grain on that. Handles here, of course, brass bolsters on both ends. And honestly, you look at this clothes, guys, you can make a case that is a canoe. What do y'all think? Is that a big 4.5 inch canoe? I mean, do you see it there, guys? You could kind of make a case. Huh?
Since it looks too, we could call it a gunboat. So
I'm calling it a 4.5 inch lockback canoe, but no, it is the Boker 2001 Boker Tree Classic. This is a Soligen made, and I actually found this here in a local pawn shop here in town, and this was a stellar find. They gave me a great price on this. Cleaned up the bolster some and re-oiled it, and this is a gemstone for the HT big beefy folder lockback. I am stoked to get a Boker in the collection. But good looking knife in my opinion, fellas.
yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
We'll pass her on.
All right. Well, I guess we'll switch it up a little bit. We'll look at some Kabar knives. How's that?
Right.
Of course, the Kabar Dozier is a fantastic budget work knife. They are just, your classic spear point mid lock. It has the FRN type handles. This one's in green. They have a couple of different colors. I don't know if they all have the blacked out blade, but some of them or most of them do. Has a little pocket clip. Still a very handy work knife. Like I said, just a classic that I think just about everybody is familiar with. But then also they make this one. This is the, I think it's the 3189. Let's see here. Yes, the 3189, which is a buck 110 size, but it does have the thumb studs, and it has a pocket clip instead of having a sheath. And of course, it has a lanyard hole if you want to put a lanyard on it. But it has the grayed out blade. Really a very good work knife. Also, I forget if I think it's G10 the cover material that they have on here. But just a super solid knife. You can see that it has holes here, so you can reverse that pocket clip if you're interested, or you can just take it all the way off. But really, it's a really nice knife. But then the I guess the one of my Kabar collection that's got to be my absolute favorite is this Stag knife from the Kabar Knife Collectors Club. I did have a video on this this week. So, big old giant knife, has the scroll that says it's the club knife from 1992, has the nice antique brass shield, and of course, some nice chunky pieces of Stag on there. So yeah, this definitely is the best K-bar that I own for sure. And it's a big old knife. As you can see in my hands, you got a whole lot of handle to hold on to, big old blade. But yeah, just a fantastic knife. I was lucky enough to find that at an antique store. So definitely some good stuff out there. All righty, I'll get off of here and we'll let somebody else go. How about you, Terry?
All right. I'm going to try to redeem myself with Harold and show a little Stag.
That's a good one.
This little jewel right here is a Parker Brothers, Chattanooga, Tennessee. Very, very reminiscent of the Mako, and the Hammerhead and all of those. It's the same size as the Mako. Nice hollow grind, brass holsters, really, really good looking Stag. I like this knife. It's really, really good. I carry a good bit. Try not to carry it to work, but I will carry it on the weekends and days off. And I have another one. The only other one I got with Stag on it is this old girl right here, and this is made by Old Smoky. OLE Smoky, Old Smoky brand. Believe it or not, this knife is actually made in Pakistan. And this thing actually weighs more than a 1/10. Got a beautiful hollow grind, very, very sharp, really nice knife. Got the finger grooves right here. This too was also a gift to me by Sean at White City Knife, and I just couldn't believe he sent me those knives. And this is a good knife. I'm proud to own it. I just dig it.
That is awesome.
Some good fat Stag on that one.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tom, are you ready?
Yeah, I wanted to go back to the 501 here just real quick. One benefit to this, being a pouch knife, is the blade is under 3 inches. It's like 2 3/4, and it has like a 2 3/8 cutting edge to it. So I think there's some folks in some states that, you can't have a knife over 3 inches or something like that. So that's one advantage to the 501 is it should be legal in most places. Kind of a unique buck lockback is there this electrician's knife.
Ooh.
And you can see instead of a liner lock, I don't know why, but Buck chose to use a lockback on it. Imagine that, right? So this is Buck's version, one of their versions of an electrician knife. It's from 1988. And in the 80s, they came out with a series of knives and more tool-oriented knives in the Workman series. That's what this one is. But yeah, it's got the lockback. So this one is actually a slip joint. But since we're not doing slip joints today, we can always do the lockback. Okay. That's for a bigger knife. Now for, again, some of their smaller lockbacks. This is the Buck Alumni, model 524. They are no longer in production. I think they stopped making them in around 2020, somewhere in there. I think you can still find them. And, some people still might have them in stock. This one is, it's got aluminum handle to it. Anodized aluminum. And this one's in yellow. But they came out in 4 colors, and I have all 4 colors. So that was the yellow or the gold. Then here's the blue. And then it came out in black. And it came out in silver. I have all 4 models of the alumni.
Nice. All right, Terry. Gary, the Last Ranger, wants to know if you own a red swing line stapler.
No, I don't think so. I don't own a stapler.
Good enough. That's okay. Thrifty said he has one. So welcome, John. Welcome into the chat. So you guys, if you see Thrifty, say hi in there, and be sure to go give him a sub too. And
Hey, Thrifty.
be sure to actually go over to Gary's channel, The Last Ranger, and give him a sub too if you don't follow his channel. So very, very good stuff. All right, Jonathan, are you ready?
Yep. So I'll show 2 more of my grandpa's knives that my brother has. This is another Buck 501 here. This is like Tom showed. And I think this one has it looks like it has the darker handles on it. I'm not sure what wood this is. Do you happen to know, Tom, at all? Or
I do not.
okay. And this was made before Buck started doing the marks on the tang to mark the date.
Yeah.
So
That might be ebony then.
okay, it might be ebony.
Might be. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I don't know either. So, but I mean, it's a gorgeous wood. You can get that grain in the light there. Yeah, just a neat knife and a great EDC knife as well. It does come with the pouch, as Tom showed. And I thought I'd show you this. We have the box for it too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so my grandpa kept the box to it, and it's in great condition too. Let's see. I don't think this might not have the paperwork with it. Oh no, the paperwork is in the box. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And then also another one. This is a Frost that my grandpa had and my brother has. It's called the Quicksilver, I believe. It's kind of a Spyderco-like blade. In fact, I actually have a Spyderco right here. You can see get them in frame. You can see kind of the similarities to the blade shapes there, at least the design behind it.
Kind of has a little Persian blade thing going there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, this one's one of the Japanese-made ones. So yeah, you got your pocket flip on there. Yeah, just a nice little lockback.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
For sure. All right, Harold.
All right. Well, I am kind of circling back to a knife that Terry showed earlier that he just got in, the old 6OT. This is mine, and I have to concur. It is probably my favorite straight lockback. I do dig that it's bare head. It just has the one bolster. It has the lanyard hole, got a little leather lanyard here, little wood bead on it. But this thing is just absolutely awesome. Very nice in hand, has a great heft. Of course, got the old saw cut Delrin, handles that we know and love from Oldtimer Trade. And of course, I have added a quick stud to mine. We'll actually see if I can actually whip that out here. Of course, I would fail it. Yep, it's pretty stiff, but I can roll it out with it when I need to one-handed. But just a big, beefy lockback, and probably, I would say, my favorite. Look at that clip point. Look at that aggressive clip, Terry.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
Beautiful.
Pointing like a hypodermic pointy needle on these things. Flip point blade. Just an awesome knife. And I will show the brother to it because these are actually the 60T and the 7, the LB7 are actually almost the same frame. They're identical, except the LB7 has both brass bolsters on it. So this is the Strayed variant. The other one was Oldtimer. This is the Strayed LB7. Come up there on that and have some nice wood on this particular one there. Got a little blonde to that, a little golden kind of honey colored wood there. And of course it's got a nice back lock on it. And if you love the 60T, you're going to love the LB7 because they're almost identical. I mean, they're the same. They're the same in hand as far as your grip and your dimensions. But this is just more kind of your 110 inspired with the dueling brass bolsters. But that is the Strayed LB7, and it is a tank. Love it. So
Perfect.
I will pass it on.
All right. And we just got a call to show some cold steel, and guess what I have? I have some cold steel. So one of my older cold steels, this is one of the original Voyagers, and this is from the 90s. And as you can see, the pocket clip is actually molded into the handle because this is when Spyderco still owned the patent for the removable pocket clip.
Oh, wow.
So they were making them that way, but this is in the nice Tanto version. This was the medium. They made these in a large, a medium, and a small. And so I thought the medium was a nice one. You can still get 4 fingers on it. Very comfortable, lightweight knife with a mid lock on it. And this is in AUS 8 steel. You know, it still snaps into place really nicely with a lot of authority. So really cool knife. The other one I'll show off is, of course, the Tough Light, which is a fantastic little work knife. It's like a box cutter on steroids. You have the nice little finger grooves there, and you get this locked in with all 4 fingers. It's not going anywhere. Got some nice jimping on top, and it just if you are into warnies, this one will do it. That's for sure. Then the last one is the Broken Skull. This is a fingerprint magnet, as you can see. This is the one that Stone Cold Steve Austin was in on designing this one. So it's in the orange G10. It's got the Broken Skull on there, named after his ranch, was the Broken Skull Ranch down in Texas. And this is in CTS XHP steel. So had to get one. I used to be a wrestling fan, so kind of as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna have to get one of these for sure. Yes. The marketing department got me. What can I say? But there you go. There's some cold steel for you. Next. You got something, Terry? Or you want to say something, Tom?
Oh, I've got a cold steel.
Oh, do you? Nice. Yeah. Did you want to show yours now?
Sure.
All right.
So this is the medium Voyager. And like yours, RJ, it's from the 90s, and it's Tanto. And it's made in Japan. That's how you can tell it's old. And the integrated pocket clip on this one is broke off, which is something that happened on a lot of these. But this is the medium size, which means for cold steel, this is actually the small. They don't have one labeled small. It starts with medium, and this is the smallest one. But yeah, they've redesigned the Voyager also. I think you can still buy them, but they're not exactly the same design. So there's my cold steel, dual thumbsteads. And it's weird, it almost has like a half stop on its own, or a 1/3 stop. It stops right there. So anyway, there's my cold steel. And we can't talk lockbacks without the venerable Buck 55. That look familiar there, RJ?
I was going to say, it looks like just like one I had at one time.
How did I end up with it again? I can't remember. But this is in walnut. There's walnut inlays. So now it's called the 55 because supposedly it's half the size of a 110. But I think people that have actually done the calculations, it's not. But I guess that's how it got its name. So, and then I'll just show a couple quick moderns here, and these are mid-locks. And this is the Rival 2. It's no longer in production. But just one of their, it was made in the USA, but it was kind of on their budget line. There's no, there's no liners in here at all, which is nice. It makes it lightweight, but then dual thumb studs. So that's the Rival 2. And then our good friend John over at JO Ventures gifted me this knife. And this is the assisted opening quick fire, and it is no longer in production either. It's got a lock right here. So yeah, a mid lock, and it fires right out.
Didn't
quick fire.
Didn't Buck have that one that it was like with the bolster that you fired?
Yeah, I think so. I don't.
Yeah, you remember that one? It's been a while since I've seen one, but
yeah, and I don't have one, but that sounds right.
Yeah, I think you like had to push the one side of the bolster forward, and then it released the blade.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. All right, Terry, are you ready?
Sir, you were showing some Kabars a while ago.
Yes, sir.
Those are cool knives. And I don't know if Jesse's still here or not. And these right here, this is actually 2 3/8 inches. This is the 2703. See, in my hand, it's just very small. It's new old stock. It's stainless and walnut. Lockback, little gentleman's knife. So cool. It's brand new. I'm not exactly sure exactly when they were made, but this is a Japan model. And what's funny is it has half stop. The lockback with a half stop. Just a dandy little gentleman's knife, a little fifth pocket carry. And this one is 2 5/8, and this is the 2793, and it's stainless with ebony wood. Got a long pull. They got a long pull, and also has half stops. It just bounces into the half stop. Just a really cool little gentleman's carry. This one is actually made in British ruled Hong Kong. I don't know if it'll show up, but this one, so that tells you this was made a little while ago. And this one is actually made in Hong Kong under British rule. And then I have, this is 3 3/4 inch lockback. This is actually made by Baron Son. This was a gift to me by none other than Harold at HTEDC. And this is the MPIDA Arkansas, USA. Harold will have to remind me of the company, but it's made by Bear and Son. It's just a cool little lockback.
McCoy knives. McCoy.
McCoy, yeah. I forget it every time. But got that, I call it like second cut bone, just really cool. And also, this is one of my main carries that I use a lot. And this is the Remington Tracker bullet knife made by Camillus. This one is the 90 model, made in 1990. This is one of my most used belt carry knives. I use it a lot. Of course, now that the Golden Bear has arrived, it'll probably not get used as much, but I love this knife. Really cool knife. Got a little dipping on the top right there. These are awesome knives. It's amazing how lightweight they are with that Stag-alon type handles on them, which I love them. I think they look really good. But it's lightweight, very easy to use, really thin, high, flat grind. Just really cool.
Yep, I agree.
That's it.
Okay. All right, Jonathan, you ready?
Yep. This is my last true lockback for today. I'm completely out. But this one is another one of my grandpa's knives that my other brother has. And it's a, you can see it's a Ducks Unlimited advertising knife. And I forgot the number. It is the 425, and this is from, I don't know if you can see the tank stamp on here, but it's from, this one's from 1994. Just has the plastic handles, so it's a nice, simple, small lockback knife, but it's a really nice knife to carry too. Yeah, that's it for now. Maybe I'll do one more round with 2 other knives.
Okay. Yeah, I have that same knife from Buck. It's the part of that Workman series that Tom showed earlier. Yeah, so it's the same one. Very cool. All right, Harold. I'm sure you got a couple more.
Well, we have got to the case point of the show here.
Oh, time to go.
Stay seated, Tom. I saved something for the last round. I've been really good. I hadn't showed a certain brand yet, but got to give Case a little love. This is a copper lock in red bone. You guys know me in that particular color. Beautiful jigging on this. It is a mid lock. We'll get to that right here. We have a mid lock on it. And these copper locks have this crazy aggressive clip point blade on them. Nice long pull for opening. And as you can see, this one has seen its way around a few red strawberries. We got Teeners galore on this. But this is probably my favorite copper lock. If I can get it back here. This is probably my favorite copper lock in my collection. I just absolutely love this one. Right color, just, yeah. So that is the Case copper lock. And we'll show a couple of more cases. About, and I think somebody may have showed this earlier, maybe Terry. Terry, it sounds like I'm repeating you a lot, but that's what I had out here. But we have a Case Mako. And these are just awesome. You guys that like the 112, like me, this is, I would say, very reminiscent of the Buck 112 as far as size and hand. Crazy aggressive clip point blade with a nice hollow grind on it. This thing does really good slicing. Actually, really good in hand. I mean, I'm not going to go as far as Terry did to say something beats the 112, but anytime I have this in hand, I love it. I do love the Mako. Got a quick stud on this thing. And this one has kind of, I believe that's laminate, stamina wood, or I think they call it stamina wood, something like that. But it's kind of a grayish brown laminate as far as the covers. And one last one. How about the big brother, the hammerhead? And this is 110 size, big boy, heavy duty, grown man size right here. It's got a nice. This one, what's unique about this? Has a nice choke up finger choil that you can get up, and as big as this knife is, but you can still get up and do your kind of intricate task. And it has a guard here, so I mean, you're not in any way coming in contact with that blade. So, like I said, it's a big knife that they have made a lot more nimble, in my opinion, by adding that. And yeah, this is just a fantastic knife. Quick stud add on there for one hand opening, but this is the hammerhead. And you can see, usually they have, I didn't even talk about the etching, but their shark series, we got a little Mako shark there. I don't know if that's coming through, but this guy got in a trade. Shout out to Ryan over there at RH Blade and Shade. But this one has already lost his hammerhead, but it would be on here, but which is fine with me. But it would have the hammerhead shark on the blade. But two great folders. Not as great as a 110 or 112, but two great folders.
Sounds like a Buckman, doesn't it, Tom?
It does. He redeemed himself.
Well, I thought I'd go with some USA-made knives for this particular round. So I have here. Speaking of half stops, this is one of the little lockbacks. This is the Gerber 300, and it does have a stop on it. So I don't know. I guess it was just something that was popular back in the day. But nice little fifth pocket carry, the Gerber 300. Just a nice little drop point. One of those knives that'll just disappear in your pocket and you won't even know it's there. Its bigger brother, this is the 500. So it's got actually a couple of finger grooves on it. And this is an advertising knife. This one has a Buckmaster's etch on it. But these were when Gerber was still making stuff in Oregon. So kind of cool. And it also has the half stop, or kind of close to a half stop, but again, just kind of interesting. I think it was just that time in manufacturing. Of course, when we're talking about the Oregon knives, I gotta pull out the Kershaw, the 1050. You guys saw it last week, and this is still very much a fan favorite. Everybody likes to see this knife, and it is a great one. It's one I picked up. Original owner. The only other guy I know that has one of these is Gary the Last Ranger. He has one, and he said he doesn't have the belt sheath for his anymore. I still have the belt sheath for mine. So great knives. One that definitely is in that category of the large lockbacks. But then I have this little Parker Edwards. So this is another one of those great knives made down in Terry's Way. So it's still got you can still see the etch on it a little bit, the American Eagle there. But like I said, when I bought this knife off of eBay, they just had a picture of the Tang stamp, and that was it. And I took a chance on it, and came out pretty good. So I was like, well, for that money, I was like, I'll go ahead and take a chance. So it was was actually not too bad. I was afraid I was going to get it and it'd have a broken blade, but I was very pleased that it was a whole entire knife.
That gamble paid off.
It did. It did. You know, so for $10, it was worth it. All right, Terry.
Yes, sir. Well, you know, if anybody watched the show last week, we talked about trade, old timers, imperial, and you know, you can't hardly talk about lockback knives without the 50T.
Mm-hmm.
Just a jam up little EDC knife. You know, maybe not a super hard worker like a 112 or something, but just a jam up knife. And this one is the one with the wood handles and D2 blade. I think RW may have one of these, or RJ may have one of these also.
Oh yeah,
just dandy. I also had the other one with the saw cut that was Tractor Supply, and I actually gifted it over to Travis, case guy, and he loves it. These are just really, really cool knives. I could have actually yesterday when I was at the flea market, I could have bought the sister to this. Guy had an Uncle Henry, the exact same thing, but the shield was missing on it, and it's a little rough. I opted not to buy it. And I also have this little advertising stainless steel knife, 4-inch and Spencer. I ain't never even fooled with it, but this little lockback is a zip up Bradford, PA, which is a case. It's actually made in the case factory, but it's actually stamped zip up. Just a cool little gentleman's knife, small. I don't even know what it is. Let's see. I forgot what the measurement is. You're talking about a 3 1/4. So it's a nice little pocket dropper. Extremely thin. Not much thicker than the blade. So very lightweight. And then I have something that's very unique. This is a whitetail cutlery, second cut bone handles, and this is a 3-blade whittler. And if you look right there, the secondary blades, there's 2 back springs. The main blade is a lock blade. Is that not just cool?
That is pretty cool.
Got the long pull, nice spear point, and it's a lock blade.
Who makes that, Terry?
This is a whitetail cutlery, which is now owned by Frost Cutlery.
That is cool.
You got your main blade there, and then your secondaries, which is a pin and a coping blade, is traditional whittler off of their own back springs, and the main blade locks. That right there is just cool as grits. I don't care what you say.
I agree.
Very, very rare. And real quick, I'll show you these. I'll show them both at the same time. Is the 112, what is it? The Slim, 112 Slim. Is it the Select? Is that what it is?
I think so.
It's got a regular 420 HC blade steel. Got the black and got the orange. I take the pocket clip off because I either drop it in my pocket or I put it in a sheath on my belt. Really cool little knives. I'm not real keen on them, y'all, because they're so thin. They work fine, but I like the thicker 112s. Better not do that. So we'll move on.
All right. Okay, Tom.
Well, I can't comment on grits, but I can holler for hominy anyway. It is corn, by the way. so I thought I'd show a couple of my 112s here. This is one from the Buck Custom Shop. Comes in the blue wood. And this was a gift to me when I retired as a peace officer. got protected and served there on the blade. And it's finger grooved. And I just love that. It's like they designed it for my hand. And I was kind of disappointed. I think the last time I was on the Buck Custom Shop, they didn't give you the option for the finger grooved anymore.
Oh,
So if so, I've missed out because I've been meaning to buy one that I could actually carry. I don't want to carry this one because it's a special knife. But that's in the blue wood.
I hope that's not true. That'd be news to me too.
I didn't see it, but that doesn't mean they could have been updating their website or who knows. But my very first buck and buck lockback that I ever received, and this is before I even got into collecting knives, is this one here from my late father-in-law. It's buck 112, and there's one dot on each side, which means it was made from 1974 to 80. And you know it's an early version because there's no nail nick on it. And I sent this in to Buck and had him give it the whole spa treatment, and they polished it all up and put a factory edge back on it. And just a gorgeous knife. And you can tell it was worn. So.
Oh yeah.
There's a couple of my 112s, and then I have this. There's one of my 110s. This is from the 2023 Bourbon and Blades. Down there at, what's that, Red Hill Cutlery. And
Yep.
it's engraved by C.J. Buck on the blade there. Oh yeah, pretty cool knife. They haven't, it's an annual event. I think it's in like August or September. And I'm wondering if they're going to come out with one for 2024 or not. But yeah, pretty cool knife.
Yeah, it is. Yep, I don't know. Well, thanks, Sean. Sean's got to go. Thanks for being here.
Oh,
Appreciate
Thrifty Thrifty just said he checked the website. Finger groove's still there under accents. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess they've hidden the option.
Yeah.
All right. Did you have something, Jonathan? You said you wanted to show a couple of different knives?
well, I've got two more that aren't traditional lockbacks, but the locks are on the back of the knife.
Okay.
I have a Demco 80 20.5 with the shark lock. It is on the back of the knife, but it's not a traditional lockback knife.
That qualifies.
What?
I say that qualifies as a back locking knife.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have your shark's foot, which is kind of a modified sheep's foot blade. And yeah, you got the natural G10 Bribery handles. And then I got my last knife here, which is the Spyderco Paramilitary 2 with the compression lock that is on the back of the knife. It's your Spyderco blade. And the scales on this are custom Grips Garage Tech scales. They're called Python. And then I have a RDS wood turning and acrylics antler bead on the end of it. Oh, and also a Lynch Northwest clip as well.
Nice.
So yeah. And that does it for any lockback knives for me.
Okay. All right, Harold, you're up.
Well, I'll go ahead and get these two in. I saved them for the last, and I got one other knife here we'll save, and just in case we got to fill some time. But I tried to be good. I waited to the end. This is my 2023 last year's custom 110 in Stag. We got drop point blade on this guy, S30V steel, and we have this one signed 2023 by CJ on the blade on the show side. And we got finger grooves, nickel silver bolsters. I kind of I went all out with this one. I wanted to get a match to the knife that's coming up, which is a 112. But this is probably my quintessential 110. I absolutely just love this thing. The blade, the drop point blade on it, the Stag. Love this knife. And I got this to pair with this. And this may arguably be my favorite knife in my collection. This is everybody knows me in the 112. We have Stag, we have nickel silver, we have finger grooves again on this guy. And this one, I don't know how much of that'll come through, but we got it engraved. This was 2019 for my 45th birthday. It says happy 45th on there, and CJ once again signed that for me. We have added quick studs, nickel, the satin quick studs to both of them because that's how I roll. But love this thing. This is arguably my favorite knife in my collection. If not, it's top 5, probably top 3 without a shadow of a doubt. But love these two. Love my 110 and 112 Stag.
Oh yeah, those are awesome. TK he asked, where were you that you got those engraved by CJ?
To be honest, I actually it was I just put a request in through Buck.
Oh, okay. Nice.
It wasn't at an event or anything.
Okay. Very good. All right. Well, I've got some budget offerings. These are from Marbles, which we'll go with a small, a medium, and a large. So here's a little small lockback. These guys are pretty handy to have, and they come in black. This is desert tan, and they also have it in orange. So if you like a little knife, they have like little. It's got a little bit of contouring, not quite finger grooves, but it is relieved on the sides. It's a very handy little knife. Weighs just about nothing. This is one that when I carry it in my pocket, I'm always afraid that it's going to pop out or I'm going to lose it. It's just it's so little you just don't even know it's there, and you're just like, oh my gosh. But then for a medium, this was their little bullet knife series that Marbles did, and this has got the checkered like gunstock pattern on the bone. Just really super nice knife. Ringed bolster, has the Marbles etch on it. This was one of the knives that they were saying that they made for Winchester, but then they ran it as a Marbles knife also. But this is 50T size. I was going to show my 50T, but Terry beat me to it. But yep. I figured I wouldn't show the same one that he did, but that's my favorite version of the 50T also, as well as TK. He loves that 50T in that configuration. And then the last one I'll show is a little bit larger, and this is one of those in between size Marbles knives. And this one is slightly bigger than a 112, but slightly smaller than a 110. It does come with a sheath. It has a nice little curve on the blade, as you can see. It does have finger grooves on it. So just kind of a really cool in-betweener, I guess. It's got a acid wash on the blade. It's just, one of those ones that you may like if you think a 110 is too big and a 112 is too small. This is your guy right here. All righty, and that will be that for the Marbles segment. And you got something there, Terry?
I do. I'll try to run a few of them out real quick.
Try to round it out.
This is the 4-inch razor lock from Cutlery, made in Japan. This knife was the very first new knife I ever bought in my life, and it's the very first knife I ever bought from SMKW back in 1989 when you could buy COD. If y'all don't know what COD is, that is cash on delivery. Yes, they
was gonna
do that.
Say, if you don't know what it is, ask your mom and dad.
Or your granddaddy.
Man, I'm sure hanging around with a bunch of old farts.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. But this was a really cool knife. It was the first knife that I ever owned that wasn't just a traditional knife, per se. And it's just a really cool part of my collection. This one is also a frost cutlery. This is a steel warrior. This is a steel warrior, 3 3/4 inch original Choctaw, smooth bone handles. This is a really half stop, 440 steel, sharp as a razor. I put a pretty good edge on it, and I love this copperhead type look to it. And believe it or not, this is actually a really comfortable knife, really cool knife. They still make these knives, really cool. Frost Cutlery Steel Warrior. This one is a 3 3/4 inch Parker Japan-made lockback. This was a gift to me by Jesse McJane, and nice lockback. Look at that! Look at that blade. It is so cool. That natural bone. I'm a sucker for natural bone. I think it's the coolest cover out there is smooth natural bone. Just really, really nice. Really dig this knife. Here I have this is a Japan-made Parker Amaya. And this right here is from the Wildlife series. They made them in 1984 and 1985. This is a bald eagle. A lot of these knives I still have the box for this. A lot of them I do. I just didn't bring them out. Got the scroll bolsters, scrolled brass bolsters. Just a really cool little collector knife. Down right there. This is the 522 Western lockback. I would love to have the 532, the little bit larger one. I love the look of this knife. I love the way they made them. I love it for that little copperhead style bolster that they put on these Westerns. Really cool wood handles. Awesome knives. I really dig them. Real quickly, I will show I do have a 110. This is the 120-year anniversary 110. Everybody ought to have a 110 in there. I got about 4 of these. I'll just show one of them. The little lockback Imperial Frontier. Really cool knife.
Love those Frontiers.
I collect a lot of the Frontier knives. And this is a brother knife, 440C on the steel, 440C, green micarta lockback. And this is the 1505 Max. I dig this right here. Smooth. Just really smooth. I'll stop right there.
Those brother knives are really, really cool.
They really are good knives for the price.
Yes, indeed. All right, Thomas, you got anything?
Oh, I might have a couple left here.
Okay.
Can I borrow your 2 hands?
Sure.
Okay. Hey.
There you go.
Hey.
These are the
I can't see. What are you holding in your hands? I can't see that.
They are buck bantams. And there's 4 sizes. This being the largest. And it's a mid-lock. And unfortunately, they don't make these anymore. These were a great budget line of knives. made in the USA. Like I said, there's 4 different sizes of them. They're very lightweight. There's no liners in them, so that makes them lightweight. These were just great EDC knives. They were sharp right out of the box. That's the largest size. And then the next size, pocket clip, lanyard hole. And then you go down to this size and no more pocket clip. Mid-lock. And the little tiniest one here. Nice little pocket droppers, lightweight. And this one's actually a back lock. So they came out with like 11 different covers, styles. Like here's one in Blaze Orange. Here's one in OD Green. Of course, your basic black. And I can't remember what they called this snake skin type pattern. And then they had this like pink camel. And there were several more. I started to collect the whole set of the Bantam knives because I just like collecting sets. But when there was 11 different cover patterns and 4 sizes to each one, that's 44 knives, and I didn't quite make it. But I had a good start. But in this one here, the lavender with the skulls on it, I do have all 4 sizes in this one.
TK wants to know if you had Junior color those with his crayons.
Oh, man. He caught me.
Oh, my. It happens. That Junior is everywhere.
Yep.
I guess he just colored them with the ones he didn't eat, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I'd send you one of them, RJ, but you'd probably be licking on it, so I can't.
I'm sure I would, just because I'd have to tell what color it was.
That's right.
So, what's going on, Jonathan? Did you have anything you wanted to show, or you're out?
I don't have any more lockbacks. I could show a slip joint if you want me to.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
We still allow those around here.
Okay.
I hope
Got
so.
the 6.5 bone stag Barlow from Case.
Oh, nice.
We were showing a lot of stag and bone stag or fake stag, so I thought I'd bring it out.
At least it's a banger.
Yep. Did a really good job on the burn on that side. And this is I think this is this year. Yeah. Looks like we got a 2024
Oh, that is so nice.
etching on it.
And it's a single blade, too.
Yep. It's the single blade one.
That's a beautiful knife, buddy.
Yep. Yeah, I was watching, I think, Patty's Potato Peelers, and that convinced me to get the single bladed.
Yeah, that is cool.
That is.
Thank you.
I like it. Glad you showed that one. All right, Harold. You want to close out the show for us?
Sure, why not? We've got one more here. Real quick, make sure you guys hit the like button for RJ. That's always appreciated. Helps the show, helps the algorithm. So if you guys hadn't hit it yet, pop that for us. And one more shout out to James Stork, buddy. We are praying for you, all of you here. Definitely, I am for my personal channel, and we are. Our hearts go out to you, buddy. We will show this last one. This is an otter messer, and I've got the little otter on this side. On this side, I've got my initials monogrammed in it, and this is a otter mercator that is all brass, obviously. The brass covers, and we got a nice spear point blade. Got a bunch of teeners on here. This has seen a lot of strawberries and peaches and all that good stuff. Got a little cat's eye nail nick right here, but these are just great knives. The Otter Mercator, Solingen, Germany made knife, and it has a unique lock. You guys can see this little shark fin looking deal right here. This is actually what you depress to disengage that lock. You see it, it goes inside itself there, comes back out, but it is a definitely strong, good lockback. Listen to this when it opens up. I didn't do the best job with it, but this is rock solid. Again, Otter Mercator, Solingen, Germany. This particular one, I got it in all brass, but if you like carbon steel and you like a spear point like yours truly, I like both of those. This might be a good one. And these aren't too, these are about $40, $50 knives. So this doesn't break the bank. And actually this was, you know, this might've been a $50 or $60 because I went with the all brass, but the regular stainless steel, if you get the regular stainless handles, these are around the $35 mark, $30 to $35. So very affordable little lockback, super thin. Haven't talked about how thin that is, but that's like 2/4 stacked up thin, guys.
Wow.
Crazy thin in hand, but hand filling too. I mean, look at that.
Yeah.
So it's very thin, but it's got a good handle on it, good blade length, good all around knife. Otter Mercator.
Nice.
Nice.
Did it come with that lanyard, or did you add that?
Actually, this one did. If you can see, it's got a little brass bead on it, and that was actually part of the show with this all brass one. They threw in a little leather lanyard with a little brass bead.
Nice.
Yeah, cool. Because TK was actually asking if somebody had the Mercator Black Cat, which is that same knife, but not in the brass. So
Right.
I told him I didn't have one. I didn't know you were going to pull one out. So good on you, Harold, to do that. So
There you go, John.
Yep. Hope you enjoyed that, John. All right, guys. Anybody got anything else that they would like to share? Who won the membership that you gave away? Tom, you gifted a membership.
Oh, who was that? That was, I want to say it was Big E. I hope that's right.
Yep.
Yep, Big E's Knives.
All right. So Big E, if you're still watching, send me an email. I'll send you out some stickers, for joining the regiment. That is awesome. And did anybody else have anything else you wanted to say, or shout outs, or anything else?
Well, keep James in our prayers.
Absolutely.
One member of the family's hurting. We're all hurting. So, let's keep him in mind. And thanks again to Stacy for doing the moderating. She did a bang up job. Sure appreciate it. That's a very important job, and I don't want to overlook that. She just did wonderful. So.
Yep, I agree, 100%.
And happy birthday, Miss Jackie, up there in Canada, one last time. Salute.
Yep, definitely.
Happy birthday.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up then. Thank you all for being here during the live show. Everyone that was in the chat, all you guys on the panel, and definitely if you're watching this on playback, thank you very much. We do appreciate that, and we will see you next week for another edition of RJ's Lives. We'll see you later, guys.
Right.
Hi, everyone.
See y'all.